this Hangout on Air is now live, Friday the 13th, 2015. The Small Business Accounting Advisors. Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon, Gina.
So we are talking different platforms to have our weekly Friday Hangouts. Google+, Zoom, or Blab. So Google Plus seems to be riddled with technical problems, and it has been that way for the past 2.5 years.
3 years, I think.
3 years. I think.
Well, and they're constantly changing it.
I don't
sometimes
know.
for the better, sometimes not.
Right. Well, that's my problem with platforms all over the place anyway. What the developers may consider an upgrade or an enhancement does not necessarily enhance things for me. And I am sick to death of playing Where's Wally. That's what bothers me the most. You're laughing.
Where's the invitation?
Where's the invitation? Where's anything?
Plus, it seems clearer. You know, the Zoom, it works. You know, you get a better picture too.
Oh yes. Less technical problems. Get a clearer picture. The problem that I'm experiencing, or the challenge, I'll say, with Zoom is anyone that you give the link to can come on. And we have a problem just putting it out there to the public. I want us, who are the reliable panel of people, to always be able to get on, but there are certain individuals that I don't necessarily care to have them join. If they're not interested in what we're interested in talking about, then I really don't want them.
Made some unscheduled cameos, so to speak, too.
You, pardon me?
You may get some unscheduled cameos, so to speak.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with a cameo here and there.
Joanne, you got to enjoy the best of it.
I did. Well, you know, and I do have to say that I just finally got a chance. I couldn't hop on Seth's Hangout this morning, but I was just watching the replay on YouTube, and it looks like there is a lot of black space surrounding his video in the image. Has anybody watched his replay yet?
I have not watched the replay, and you know what? That's the hard thing about all of these platforms too, is while you're in the show or whatever, you don't necessarily see what is recorded.
Yeah, his replay is showing the square, which looks like the main 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It looks like 16 people were in there, but you only saw like maybe 10 of the pictures.
Well, that's because people had their cameras off.
Well, right. I mean, the point is that it's still very small in the center of the. Here, let me show you. Let me share my screen because it's very irritating to me. Let me show you all.
The thing I like
Show us the magic.
Let me show you the magic.
You weren't limited to like 10 people. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, so we could have 16 people on and not just 10.
Yeah, you don't need that, I think.
But like Joanne said, I mean, you're not going to be able to see all the people. Once you reach a certain point, the pictures are going to be too small. Let me highlight your.
So can you see that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what it looks like. I mean, you guys are like right in the center here, but look at all this black space.
Right. Right.
This is a recording of Seth's morning hangout on Zoom.
Wow.
And these
So he
people
must
there have their cameras off, and you can't see who they are. So why are they even in the panel?
Right. And he must have had it gallery view. And I think last time I did with Sarah, I turned off the gallery view, so it was more like the hangout. Whoever is talking.
Right. It's at the top.
Yeah, I think I noticed that. What's yours, Gina? Your
My
YouTube.
My YouTube, it's just Gina Rodkey. ROD.
R-O-D.
Oh, ROD. You usually pop up when I just start typing it.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Good.
For some reason, it's not right.
But it's not my business name. It's my personal name.
Okay. So here was.
This is this week's.
Okay, this is going on now. We don't need to play that. This was the one that was the Zoom.
Yeah.
So it looks like what happens is, for some reason, the Zoom recording doesn't make it.
All the way to the edges. It doesn't.
So I'm wondering if there's a way to play around with that, because I noticed
I'm sure it is, but you know what? When you do a Zoom, you get an MP4 file that you download and then upload it to YouTube. So I
Right.
wonder if there's something in that transition.
I don't think it's the transition. I think it's in the recording, honestly. I think it's because maybe you don't have. Could it be your Zoom window is not full screen when you're watching it because you're doing it inside of an application? I don't know. It just seems like we're losing out on a lot of real estate.
Right, and you know the reason we might not have it in full screen could be because you have chat open too. Their chat is not, Zoom's chat is not as nice as the Hangout chat.
Gotcha.
No, it doesn't appear on the side. You have to kind of click on it.
You move it around and it blocks things or blocks people.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to play around with, though, to see.
So yeah, we still are playing, but I am leaning heavily towards Zoom. I want to get more people in Slack first so that I can get the invitation out.
Well, I need somebody to look up in Slack what email I have. Because I'm trying all my emails to get in, and it's saying none
I
of them
think it's
ncaa.slack.com.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think it's your name, not your email address.
Let me see what
But
I
it's
have for
asking
you.
for my email address. It's not asking for my name.
Yeah, when I get in, you click on the Gina's net, and then it gets you in and asks for your email and your password. And I've got one of the emails I use, and so
Well, for right now, every email I put it sends, sorry, you may not have an account on this team. Get a list of teams
And
associated.
didn't we go through that before? Linda QBQ Russell. And I have it set so that I see everyone's name and not their username. So I'll have to figure out how to unset that setting to see what your email is.
Well, you think it might take me if I just say Linda QBQ Russell? So I have 2 addresses with that. So
Linda, you have so many addresses
Yeah,
now.
try it. Linda QBQ Russell, it says.
Yeah, that's what it
now
says.
when I try my name without that, it says you must enter a valid email address.
Oh, I see it. It's your. I'm going to ping it in the chat so we're not, getting spammers.
We don't have enough of them from Intuit, do we?
No. I
I
know.
was on,
I
I
get
was on a,
constant-
I know what her email is. I just see it, too.
Oh, here it is.
I have so many of them.
Linda
That's-
Russell QBQ.
That doesn't work. That one doesn't work. I tried it.
Really?
Well, you must have the wrong password
You
associated.
might have to try it again. Restart it, or recreate another one.
I was on a NAN webinar this morning, and they were talking about that. And what Intuit's doing is that on your Pro Advisor site, they're allowing you to make it so that people can't scrape your email address and put it in a program.
I'm
they're
not sure.
using a picture now instead of text.
Oh, okay, good. Good. But I didn't think, okay, if they can still contact you. I thought there was a problem with
Well,
what they were doing.
Apparently, these programs go in and scrape them, and I guess they're making it so it can't be scraped. It's just, I guess, like a picture or something.
But the
Right,
damage
it
is
can't
done.
picture.
Yeah, well, yeah, it'll prevent it getting worse or getting new spammers, but yeah.
Well, I'm really afraid when that verification process comes and they want you to do a verification by email. I am not clicking anything
I never
right
click
now.
anything that they send to verify.
Right.
No, I never click it. Mm-mm.
So what happens when you don't and you don't get that correct mail? Do we get locked out?
I just log
Well,
directly
I
to
don't know.
the
I have
site.
no idea. I had set up some I thought I joined sbaa.slack.com, and I've listed every single address, and none of those addresses are on that team.
Oh no, Linda, I'm going to have to work with you next week.
You
We're
need
going to
to
get you on Slack and we're going to get you on Blab.
Zoom.
I don't think the laptop will work with the Blab. That's why I thought maybe I could get it working on the desktop, but I can't get into Slack. So, you
We'll have
know,
to figure out
like
how to get you in.
to spend more than an hour or two is just more than I have available to spend.
I hear you.
Speaking about time, remember how I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that I had that big, huge problem with my QuickBooks desktop and my T-sheets?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alicia?
Uh-huh.
Well, guess who I was on the phone with again today?
Oh no.
So it had worked fine that day. We finally got it working, switching over to the Web Connect. And they dumped in my time, and everything was honky-dory. It was a perfect world in Joanne's office. And then the next Friday, when I was at QB Connect,
Of course.
California, I remoted on to do, to do the sync, so I could download my time again and check out to see what billing needed to be done while I was away. And it kept on giving me this error, and I'm like, son of a. So I let it go a week. I just came home today. I came home the other day, went to try to do it again, still giving me the same error messages. So I call into it. Of course, they immediately transfer me through two people that I have to explain to them the whole long story.
Of course.
I go up
Didn't get the case ID, Joanne?
from before. I told them to look it up. I said, here it is. This is the name of the phone. This is the case.
Good for you.
And so they give me to level 2 support. And this person's like, oh, for sure, level 2 support will be able to help you. An hour and 20 minutes later, he says, well, I'm gonna have to increase you to level 3. And she says, and so immediately when they first switched me to level 2, because you guys know how much I'm a joker, right?
Mhm.
So as soon as she goes, well, we have to transfer you to level 2, I said to my assistant, Janine, I said, Janine, write that down that we need to ask for level 2 support every time we call QuickBooks. And the lady starts laughing. So after an hour and 20 minutes or whatever with level 2, they didn't help me, or they couldn't help me. They had to level it up to level 3. And I said, wait a minute, Janine, cross that. There's a new level, level 3. And then I asked her, I said, can I ask how many more levels are above level 3? Is there any more, And so she says, well, they'll call you in 2 or 3 days. And I laughed, and I said, that is unacceptable. I said, I have today off to fix this issue. I am out on clients next week. I need this resolved, and I need to find out what the issue is. If it's Intuit, I need to move my stuff. If it's T-sheets, I need to get it. Whatever it is, I need to find out where the problem is. So she said, and she kept on trying to get me off the phone. I said, so you're still not answering me. When am I going to get a phone call? He goes, hopefully today. I'm like, hopefully? I said, if I wait here 3 hours, I'm going to be pissed.
Why do I spend all this money on you guys?
I know. I said, I'm going to be pissed. So long story short of it, I told her, I said, well, in the meantime, while your level 3 is calling me back, I'm going to call T-Sheets. So I called T-Sheets back. I immediately talked to a lovely person named Michelle, who within 7 minutes logged onto my computer and did a couple of little tweak magical things. I think I threw an F-bomb out there because I had no idea how she fixed it. But she fixed it in 7 minutes.
Wow.
And
I
so
love T-sheets.
I did an amazing review of her for her, and I also put a tweet out there. So if you guys go to my Twitter, I'll put a link to the tweet, but make sure you favorite it and retweet it for her because she's getting all these kudos because I actually did a YouTube video and I uploaded it to the review page and I uploaded it to Twitter.
Wow.
They love
Nice.
the fact that I did that, and they're sending me all this T-sheet swag now.
I missed
love
it.
the
I
flag.
missed it. What happened? Oh, damn, I'm going to have to watch the video.
Oh, you're gonna have to watch the replay. We
I know. Shoot.
can't repeat the story.
Well, we need to get ready and know how to fix these problems.
Yeah.
If we are
Well,
going to be...
it's coming. I'm wondering how Track 1099 is going to end up syncing desktop data. Probably have to start doing CSV uploads.
Well, so now here's the other news, which Misha, I don't know if you've heard about this or not, or any of you guys. Do any of you guys here use 17 Hats?
No.
No, I tried it when you did your video and your...
Well, I am a big 17 Hats fan, and I found out at QuickBooks Connect that 17 Hats now integrates with QBO.
What?
Damn.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
But I don't know how much I would really want it to connect. I would want
no,
QBO
the part
to go...
that integrates right now is the invoicing, which is what I needed. I wanted to do my invoices in 17 Hats. That's where I sync in all of my workflows to my quotes, to people accepting it, to having an issue an invoice.
Right.
Supposedly the invoices now go over into QuickBooks, and I believe the payments do too. I haven't tried it out yet because I am on desktop. So Joanne may have to, and you guys are the first ones hearing it right now, I may have to try to migrate my file on QBO to see if it works. Stop.
Wow.
Stop the presses.
Whoa, Joanne!
That is
Wait. I need to check. Is there a blizzard in Massachusetts?
No, I never thought I'd hear you say that, Joanne.
But
You never know.
listen,
You never know.
it's just, if 17 Hats works, and I can get T-sheets to work easier inside of QBO, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I see the magic, other than your job costing.
I
For
don't,
your
I, don't,
payroll.
I don't really do job costing. I mean, I do some departmentalizing stuff, but not a lot. Yeah.
We know they have the job field now and the bank feed
Yep.
on QBO.
So, I know, and well, the other thing too is, the other half of my business is not really time related with the social media stuff that I'm doing, and I need to break that out separately too. That's going to be broken out, January 1 officially, anyways. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give it a shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be a match made in heaven, but we got to check to see if it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, I'll be the first one to be honest with you guys and let you know how it works.
Well, you can always go back to desktop.
Exactly.
Joanne is moving to QBO,
Hey,
and Trump is going to win the presidency. Jesus, Lord have mercy. I'm moving to Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, but some of us are going to have to stay here to control them,
17 Hatch just released that out the Friday before QuickBooks Connect.
Wow.
So it's now there, Yvette. If you go into 17 Hats and look at an invoice, there's a thing to sync to.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
Now, can you go from QuickBooks to 17 Hats?
I don't think so.
That's the way I would want to do it.
Why would you want to do it that way?
Then you can, okay, you're doing your workflow. My workflow starts with an automated invoice.
Yeah.
Yours is starting...
Your automated invoices in 17 Hats. Oh, the other thing that 17 Hats did do, too, is they did add, Yvette, this is another new one, newsflash. They added automatic monthly emails for billing.
Oh, that's great.
So you can so now I have clients that do monthly that don't want me to take it automatically. They get the invoice emailed monthly automatically, and then they click to pay it. And then it kind of like their standard check. So they added that lately, and they added the QBO connection. So they are working hard at, what people are asking for. They're trying to give it to them. So good stuff.
Awesome.
That is totally awesome. And that brings us to what Laura was saying earlier. You have to know which programs to use which in which order.
Yep.
If you've got things connected to QBO, you need to know which programs you're going to do what in first. Because obviously you can do automated invoices in Quick QBO, but in your instance, you want to do it in 17 Hats.
Yeah, because my invoice is the last step in the workflow in my onboarding the work client, the client workflow. So, in other words, we have the scheduling of the meeting, the initial consults, the follow-up email, the quote, the contract that they sign, and then they pick what they want to do, and then it automatically sends them an invoice that gets paid right into PayPal. And as soon as they pay, it sends them a thing saying, now book your first appointment, or now this is what we have to do. Here's our list of information. You know what I mean? So everything's all automated through 17 Hats. I just want to be able to shove it over into QuickBooks to record, that they paid.
So does it sync automatically, or do you sync it at the end?
You have to send it there. Like I said, I haven't played around with it. I just saw that there's a button there that says send to QBO, and I got excited.
Now you can't bring something up. You've got to know everything about it now that you brought it up.
Well, darn it, Brandon, I'll make it my life mission.
Wow.
I know. You guys are all silent. I have your heads spinning.
Have you seen that jet commercial on TV where people's mind gets blown?
What are you
I'm
more
still
blown
trying
about?
to bring up Slack on my other computer to help Linda out. She's having problems.
Misha, are you
Okay,
more
what I have to do.
to QBO?
No, I'm in Slack still. And the problem was I couldn't sign in because I was already signed in. How would anybody know that? I mean, it's like there's no navigation. Now,
Oh, you laughed, Misha, but this is not funny.
No,
Really.
it's not funny. That's not what I'm laughing at.
because it happened to everybody.
That's not what I'm laughing at, because I had the same problem when I went to Slack.
I
I was
know.
like, I'm looking at the screen, and I literally went, what the hell am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, right. So anyway,
And that's the problem. They assume that you know what to do. There's no instruction manual, no anything to show you how to do things, and they just assume that you know how to do it.
Which is why I didn't, I hadn't been doing anything with Slack. I don't go in there. It's because I can never remember how to get in when I get there.
No, I don't think to go into Slack.
And I'd like to change that, ladies.
I vote for a Facebook group.
A Facebook group. You want a Facebook group. You said that before.
Let's try. We could have a private group, but.
That's what I'm saying. A private, closed group with just the people that come in the show, and then we don't hit, because everybody's on Facebook. Then we don't have to have another app, and I can concentrate
Right, and
my
we don't
time.
even have to know what email we use to get to Facebook.
And then I can concentrate my time on learning 17 Hats for you guys.
What, you don't have enough time to play with everything?
I want to run.
Joanne, you should give us another tutorial on that 17 Hats.
Well, let me get it. Can I get my QBO file up, and I'll see what I can do, because I'll have to email Donovan to see if I can get another demo file, because some of the stuff I can't show you.
Of course.
But I can email him to see if he can set me up with another free.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Hey, Gina?
Yes?
Didn't Seth say he was going to do a training session on 17 Hats?
He said he was developing one. Is it
Yeah.
this weekend he's putting it up?
I'm not sure. I just,
I know Joanne's pretty good at it, and I love her
I'll
tutorial.
do my own.
I know.
Yeah, I like Joanne's demo, and she and Donovan can come join us too.
Yep.
Joanne's my hero.
Who said
That was because of me. What?
who said that?
I've been pimping her out. You don't even know. Everybody, I'm like, go talk to Joanne. Go talk to Joanne. She know everything.
Misha's my hero too.
There we go.
Yeah. But Joanne, she's
Thanks, Brendan.
She got her picture taken with
Robert Eisenberg.
Yeah. You said that's what you wanted, and
No,
you did
but
it.
here's the thing. He begged me, and I said, "Fine, Robert.
You see, that's how it's supposed to
Anything
go.
for you. I will take my picture with you."
He's cute.
He is. Let me tell you, and he smelled really good. Just saying.
Did it smell like chocolate? Was he edible?
Oh no, he didn't smell like chocolate. He just smelled like a really, really expensive men's cologne.
Wow.
because he has as much money as he needs to buy whatever he wants.
That's right.
Probably something he sells too.
Yep.
Probably.
I wonder if he uses 17 hats.
He probably wouldn't know. He's got people.
It's funny because we had a quick talk with him. We came up after we had our individual pictures taken, which was a really funny story. He was kind of chatting with me, and he was really enamored with my purple hair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he liked it, and he was checking it out.
I have purple hair.
So then he
Ooh, look at that.
So then we all came up, again, anybody who was in ABO who got to meet him all came up and asked for a group picture and that we could put an ABO sticker on him. And so when we walked back up there, he saw me, he goes, "You've already been up here. You can't come up." They're kind of joking around. And I said, "Oh, we're taking a group picture now." Well, of course, I got to get right next to him again during the group picture, you know.
Of course, right.
But
So did you enjoy QuickBooks Connect? Did you think it was worth it?
oh my God, yes! I can't wait till next year.
It seemed like a really great
It was
party.
epic. I can't believe the amount of money Intuit drops on that event.
That's what I said last year, and I heard that this year it doubled.
Oh my God, it was killer. I didn't have to spend a dime on like anything except for I did tip like the pedicab drivers, even though they said they didn't want tips because Intuit paid them like a flat thing or whatever. But they had pedicab guys there driving us to the hotels and back. They had they gave you 10 free Uber rides if you wanted to drive around with Uber. They had Lyft there. They gave free rides with Lyft on an app. What else? They picked us up on a big, huge, like, heavy-duty posh bus from the airport to bring you to the hotel.
Nice.
Well, that's real nice because I had to pay for it.
Yeah, food and alcohol pretty much everywhere, just flowing after, at dinner time and afterwards.
Nice.
Goo Goo Dolls, killer.
Yeah, they're big in Oprah.
See, I would do one of those, but they don't come this way. I'm like,
you're gonna fly, Misha. You and I are gonna fly next time. You're coming next year. Save
sure,
up.
if you want to pay for me, go right ahead, honey.
Save up. It's so worth it. I am telling you.
Since I'm pimping you out, you might as well hook me up.
The connections that I made at QB Connect are gonna. I've already made my money that I spent there.
Wow,
Nice.
that's amazing.
Nice. That is nice.
Yeah, you believe me, the people that you meet and the connections that you make there, including the vendors.
And 2 days after you went, you've decided to go to QBO.
Yeah, well, that was because of 17 hats.
I know.
I said,
Sure, Joanne.
No,
I did not sit on a single course for QBO. It's just to try out 17 hats. Brandon,
Right? QBO works. Why not? Right?
That's right.
It's what can you do?
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I don't have inventory, so.
Which is true. Which is it does. I mean, I would like I have a client that I want to put on it, but they're loving FreshBooks, but I'm trying to get them to understand that they need an accounting software, and FreshBooks is not an accounting software.
I have that problem too, Mickey.
And I'm like, I don't get it. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to have a come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that I was in a blogging group and somebody posted a question. I'm trying to pick I think she said, I think the way she put it was, I'm trying to pick an accounting package, and she says, should I choose FreshBooks, Xero, or QuickBooks?
Oh, please.
And I'm like, well, FreshBooks, I'm like, one of these things isn't like the other.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right, and they're
Right.
all different. You really have to do an evaluation of what their goal is before you decide what program best suits them.
Exactly.
But did you know the FreshBooks, you can export to QuickBooks Online, but the only thing that comes over are journal entries.
Journal entries, yeah.
That I'm like, what?
What?
Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get them on QBO, and I think I might have a way. But they get to keep FreshBooks, but they'll be in QBO too.
I keep on getting messages on my Slack. I'm going to have to discontinue my notifications here.
Slack or Blab? Because I keep getting Blab stuff.
Blab has been killing me. I'm going to disable them. I mean, I do like Blab, and I do like, but I got work to do during the day. I can't be sitting on Blab all day long.
Yeah, I'm too busy on Facebook all day long to have to worry about those notifications.
I know. I'm
Yeah, I
on
have to turn
Facebook
it off
all
and
the
have
time.
my concentration time, and then do it, when I have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's so hard, social media. That could get you.
You get to
I've decided I'm just gonna hire an intern and have them do all of that. I'm done.
You have to be careful with that.
Shoot you
What?
if you say that.
Huh?
Don't have an intern do your social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not, Richard Branson, he does a lot of his own stuff.
You have to do your own voice. If you guys want a shortcut, I can teach you a shortcut.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll get cloned and have me do
Now
it.
you just need to pass out your admin work. You need to figure out how to give that away, how to delegate that,
There
and
you
then
go.
let you do the social media.
You need to do your social. You need to do at least your voice and your content, and you need to do your engagement. You can't have somebody else tweeting for you, because believe me, you're not going to like it if they tweet the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe Misha said that.
What? I said what now?
What?
Do we still have Brandon with us?
No, Brandon is doing important work.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
just
we're
kidding.
gonna talk about-
I don't know what
Why
Brandon's
is he
doing.
using space?
So here's my tweet I put out. Oh wait a minute, I didn't do that right. Sorry guys.
Something on Facebook.
That's on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a Facebook link. Hang on, let me get it. Let me do it again.
And Larry seems to be having problems here.
Yeah, I
Larry?
can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Larry votes for Zoom.
Yes.
I do as soon as they go live.
Linda does too.
I don't know how we're going to do the live thing. We'll have to see how that works.
See if
For
that.
sure, we would need to put the link in Slack if we were to do that.
All right, there. I just put my link in there. That second one.
Okay. Ah, and look at Joanne.
I have a
Is
have
it a
suggestion.
video? Because
I just retweeted. You got
Gina?
me, and I'm going to do the heart. Love,
Gina?
Joanne.
Gina,
Yes?
I have a suggestion. Why don't you put in the Google Hangout notification that this is a semi-private group, and if you want to join, go to Slack and ask for, permission to get in or something like that.
Well, that's what I've been kind of doing, and I figured out how to do a little intro for our events in Google Plus. So what my plan is to create the event, have the actual Hangout on Zoom, and then once it's done, I can load it back to the event, so you can always go to the event, or it will be on my YouTube channel.
But I mean, if someone wanted to join or become a member, of our group, that'd be one way of, getting them to go to Slack and ask for, permission to join or whatever.
Right. But the feedback that I'm getting from everybody here is they don't want Slack. They want me to do Facebook.
Yeah.
It's the pressure.
I think only because everybody's already on Facebook anyway,
Yeah.
and it's just an easier medium to deal with.
Learning another.
It's so hard to figure out how to use.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have any really good menus anywhere. It's like,
Yeah, I know.
it's all invisible. To me, it's like an Apple phone.
Well, what I may do is create a Facebook group and put the link there, and also in Slack. I would still like to continue with Slack and
Yeah.
try and get the people.
I like Slack. I mean, it's really easy to
Do
do.
you
It's just a
know
link.
anybody at Slack that could come on and give us a little tutorial on how to use it?
Well, that
Dado.
would be interesting.
Dado Tech.
Oh, we'd have to get Steve Dado. You know, when we did our blab, Steve followed me, but then 2 days later he unfollowed me.
Oh.
Aww.
I think he blocked me because I said I had a crush on him.
Oh, no. You were the one that scared him away, Joanne.
Scared him away.
Dag, Joanne.
No. That was that Sarah? Was it Yvette? It was Sarah.
Product placement there.
Hashtag V8.
Product placement.
One serving.
Let's
What do
help,
you have there, cookies?
let's help Tina's
Yeah, Pepperidge Farm Chessman.
Ooh.
The Christmas
Wow.
version. It has
Ooh.
Christmas trees and candy canes and all of that.
Well, that still sounds upbeat. That's some more upbeat than the marshmallows and whatever.
You know what? I actually have been having a good month.
All right.
Good. Good.
I have not tried. I haven't killed anybody.
That's good.
Not been arrested.
That's
And
always a plus.
I haven't had any binges on vodka and marshmallows.
Nice.
That'll be the new office, right?
I am in the new office. Yes.
For, Maple
Wow,
Beans.
that's great, Misha.
I know, right? It's been a wonderful. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
but if
so.
you get arrested, I do know some criminal attorneys, so you know.
That's all good. I don't mind. You know, it's just a little. I just look at it as a mini vacation. You know,
Oh, it's
food will be brought to me. They provide my clothes.
Probably
You
wouldn't like
know.
the food. Probably wouldn't like the food though.
You know what? If I'm not cooking it, I don't
what I
care.
want to do, not what they want me to do.
You know what? At this point, I'm just like, you tell me, and I'm just gonna follow. I don't have to decide. I don't have to decide nothing. I'm just gonna lay down, sleep, get up, do what you want me to do. I'm happy. That's my idea of a vacation. Can you tell?
Well, my vacation next year may be, what did we say, the Bahamas for the Woodard
They
event?
called me today after the webinar. I guess they were calling people to get them to book.
Oh,
By
you're talking
the
about
30th?
you're talking about Nan?
I mean, for Nan, yeah, for
Yeah,
Nan.
we call them Woodard Group now.
Group,
Okay.
yeah. And I'd love to go to the Bahamas. You know, how many?
You got the money, I got the time, honey. You know.
I have a quick question. Who's using Expensify?
Sarah Laidlaw.
Sarah? Okay. All right.
I've used it too.
Are you on it right now? Like, I mean, are you using it regular?
No, I don't have anybody on it right now.
Okay. I have one person I'm trying to get on it. I just haven't had the time to sit down and manhandle it like I'm supposed to, and I need to get this client in there ASAP.
You'll have to talk to Sarah, but I don't think you'll be able to do that until after next week.
Oh yeah, she's MIA for a while, she said.
Right, she is. But you can contact them. They do have an advisor program with
You
the
know,
videos
I
and
am-
training and all of that.
I am in the whatever accountant program they have for partner, blah, blah, blah. I just need a person. Like, I like having a dedicated rep.
Oh,
You know,
they-
I heard
if
a
you
client
contact
say
them,
that to me.
they'll get on the phone with you. No problem. I've
I
had them help
know.
me.
I could have sworn I had a person. I emailed them, and I don't remember if they ever emailed me back.
I would still be your person, but I don't use it. Sorry.
You just like being my person,
I
so
do.
stop it. Come on.
I'm sorry.
So the advantages of doing all these third-party apps connecting with your QuickBooks, you have to know them. You have
Yep.
to have somebody that'll help you, support
Mhm.
you.
Yep.
Oh,
Which is
Dwayne
why I
wants to
don't
get
have-
in.
Which is why I don't have many, and I can name them on one hand, the products that I use, and I would say yes, I know it, and I will have my clients use it.
Yes, Qbox is one.
Oh my God, I'm
Always
telling
help
you.
for Qbox. Always.
What?
Yeah,
Me and
Qbox
Qbox,
is great.
and me and Qbox, we gonna have some serious babies. You have no idea.
Misha, you got me started with Qbox, and it is the bomb. I've installed it
See?
everywhere.
Yeah.
I've got a CPA calling me left and right. I did 4 installs last week.
Yep.
Who is it that I'm the one touting in this, and nobody's coming to me? What is this? What am I doing wrong? Well, I need a website, so it's
Well, let's get a website and let's get your Twitter handle going so that you can tweet out
Yes.
these apps of how much you love them and how much you've been touting them and get you to become a brand ambassador for them.
I know.
Boom.
Boom. Just like that.
Boom.
Just like that. Yep. And Brandon, since you're now back with us, tell us about
Yes.
your POS install that you just did.
This is a new point of sale. Now, we've had them on QuickBooks running a point of sale. It's a cheese store. They've been running QuickBooks for about 4 months. They decided to finally bite the bullet and go to point of sale. So that's what I've been doing today, is moving everything. And this has just been one of those projects from hell. It's nothing worked right. They didn't have Excel on the computer. You can't move anything into point of sale without Excel. And it's just one thing after another. But
How can you not have Excel?
they didn't have Microsoft Office on that computer. They've got it on every other computer, just not that
Just not
laptop.
on that yeah.
Right. But
That's what I ran into too.
And now on
and
desktop,
and
QuickBooks Desktop?
QuickBooks Desktop V12 Basic.
Oh, okay.
Now, most of my customers use Pro, but for what they need, Basic will handle everything they need, and it'll work like a champ. Now, just so you guys know, Office 365 will not work with point of sale either. It's got to be the desktop version.
Ah, okay. Now I knew the desktop, well, didn't really work well with Microsoft 365, so now the point of sale does not either.
I wonder if that's going to change. I wonder if they'll fix that.
I found that the new QuickBooks works with the Office 365 Excel, and it works on the Mac version in the 2016 version. So that was good news to me.
Wow, nice.
Importing and exporting, yeah, it worked great.
Now,
Nice.
I learned also yesterday that I changed out a Premier QuickBooks for a Premier Accountants just so we could use Statement Writer to get some different kind of reports that this company wanted. I learned that Statement Writer does not work well, does not work at all. Well, there's a patch, there's a workaround, but does not work with Microsoft Office 2013.
Oh wow.
No, it doesn't. You need 2010 for Statement Writer still.
See, that's
behind the
why I
ball.
never changed.
That is ridiculous.
I have 2000. I have Office 10 and Windows 7, and unless they burn all of them, I will not change.
Well, this is a
It works. It works with our hardware. It works with our software.
Oh my God, because I would have to look to change all the peripherals, and it's insane. Like, I was talking to Tina, Kurtzer, and because I was like, oh, my computer is doing weird things. She goes, oh, let me know what your operating system is and everything. So she goes, oh, you need memory.
Don't you have that like terabyte thing?
Yes, but that's the terabyte. I need
RAM.
Oh,
RAM.
You need
Okay.
RAM, girl.
Yes. So it's like I have two choices. I either buy some, put it in myself, and risk blowing up my computer, or I
I
buy a
did
new
that.
computer.
I did that once.
No, just put RAM in it. It's so easy to do.
Yes, it's easy for somebody who knows what
I
they're
can
doing.
walk you through it. Call me and shine your phone camera on it. It's so easy.
Okay. But do I need to take out what's there, or do I just add to what's already there?
Depends on what type of upgrade you get. Some of them, it depends on how many slots you have. You could add to new slots, or you can just totally remove and replace.
Well,
Hey,
I have. I printed out the
let me give you a
thingy.
quick hint.
It's
Uh-huh.
not
If you
hard
got a-
to do. There's good websites to search to buy the
Crucial.
exact right memory you need.
If you will go to crucial.com, CRUCIAL, they have got a scan.
Yep.
They will scan your computer, tell you what you've got in it and what you can upgrade to, and exactly what you need.
Exactly.
Oh, I have what I have. I have what is in there. It's a 5 gigabyte PC3 1060 MB per second DDR3-1333.
Yeah, if you go to that Crucial site that Brandon said and run a scan, they'll tell you exactly how much more room you have and
Yep.
what exactly you need to upgrade it.
Yep.
Crucial.com.
Yeah,
Crucial.com.
I even added memory to my iMac through that. I saw a tutorial from them.
All right, let me do this now while I have you on.
And Linda says be careful of static electricity when you install.
Yeah.
You can get the
more.
special gloves to use when you work on your computer, so you don't static your computer
And blow
Don't you
out a
have to have a-
circuit.
and blow it out. Yeah.
Don't you have a 64-bit operating system?
I have a 64-bit. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Looks like Dennis is on the job. He's looking it up for you, Misha.
Okay, done.
Is yours a laptop, Misha, or a desktop?
No, it's a desktop.
Yeah, then you have to kind of pull apart the case, so that's a little
Yep.
more difficult. As opposed to a laptop, it's usually just a part you plug in and out of the back.
So is this where I buy the memory?
Yep.
Yeah, you can buy it.
but you don't have to.
You don't have to. You can Google and get the best price.
Tiger Direct, that's where I like to go.
Or
Or
Newegg.
Newegg.com.
Brandon, you and I are like twinsies today.
Yeah,
Is everybody else echoing? I'm echoing pretty bad.
No.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm hearing some echo. Not on me, just everybody else is echoing.
It's hard to say.
It's better now.
I gotta run. Everybody have a nice weekend.
You too, hon.
The same, Yvette. Talk to you
Bye.
later.
Have a nice one.
Sleep, everybody. Where is going?
Thanks
Good
for
seeing
coming
you
to the
again,
party.
Yvette.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
She was such a jabberjock talker today.
Huh?
I said Yvette was such a jabber talker today.
You hardly talked at all. You're being facetious.
I'm being facetious, as my mother would say. Stop.
Oh, or sarcastic.
Yeah, I like facetious.
So, Brandon,
Yes.
QuickBooks, what did you say, basic?
The point of sale, is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, I wanted to know the desktop version that your point of sale was working with. I didn't think that basic connected with anything.
Make that
Oh,
big
sure
now.
it does. Yeah. POS, it's POS V12 Basic instead of Pro, and it does work with it integrates with QuickBooks.
Okay, so it was the POS that was the basic, not
She
QuickBooks.
means what version of QuickBooks Desktop? The Pro, the Premier, the Enterprise, or all three?
It'll connect with any of your QuickBooks.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the QuickBooks Basic, and I didn't think that that had very much functionality. I almost never recommend QuickBooks Basic.
I didn't know there
No.
was a thing.
You don't make
I don't
that
think there
anymore.
is one anymore. It's QuickBooks Pro gets probably 90% of our customers, and then everybody else they're going probably have 5% on Premier, 5% on Enterprise.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Most people can use Pro.
And that's the program I recommend. Well, now it's starting to be QBO, but the Pro was like 90% of my people too.
Right.
It's funny because I just had a big throwdown with some people online. IRPs are getting a bad rap because they say that we're trying to put everybody on Enterprise because that's where the money's at. But no, most of I do whatever's right for my customer, and
Right.
Good for you, Brandon.
whatever goes around comes around. If we're good to our customers, they'll be good to us. So.
Well,
Truthfully-
that's good practice because you want them to be customers for a long time.
Absolutely.
My clients have been with me, some of them over 10 years.
Me
And the
too.
reason is because I always do what's best for them, not
Right.
necessarily what I like the best. Depends on what they're using, what works for them, how comfortable they are with technology, and there is a huge variation there.
Right, and I got a new client last week. We're going to have to take them off of Enterprise. They got oversold. I don't know who did it, but they don't need it.
Oh,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
the process.
Well, you want to know something funny? I actually have a client that has 5 QuickBooks licenses. 3 of them are Premier and 2 of them are Pro, and they all operate on the same network. And everybody said, well, why didn't you make them all Premier? I said, because 2 of the users don't need Premier.
I didn't know that you
And
could
as
still
long
do
as
that.
you put the Premiere on the server, you're good. And you can do the 5 exactly like that.
So,
Yeah, we've got a few clients we've done like that. And it's just a matter of trying to save them some money. And what's ridiculous is when I went to go get that 5th license, and I was calling QuickBooks, but they wanted to switch him over to QuickBooks Online. I said, no, we're not doing that. I want desktop. Quit trying to sell something else.
that's right.
You had to tell them.
That's right.
I said, if I
don't
wanted
see
them on
desktop
QuickBooks Online,
online.
I would have moved them over there. But
That's right. That's right. You know, I find that QuickBooks Online, if they are brand new in the business world, works wonderfully. But if they have an established business and they have their procedures and they have things that are working, QuickBooks Online may not be the best solution for them.
Right.
Even
Well,
though
you
it may
also lose job types and customer types, which can be really super useful because you can pull P&Ls based on that. And so they know, what type of business they're doing and their ROI may be on their advertising because you have both fields to play around with.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what did we not talk about yet? We've got 10 minutes. Silence.
I think we can still go on the fact that Joanne's switching to QBO.
You know what? We can't talk about that. That's like,
That's
it
too
was
earth-shattering
funny.
for
It
me
was
to
funny
handle
because
on a Friday afternoon without cocktails.
I'm sorry.
no, it was funny because when you said that, I'm like, no wonder why it's November and it's been like 60, 70 degrees in Boston. So I knew something was up when that happened.
Joanne's just so hot, she's heating up the whole state.
They're flying.
Yep.
I want to go back to talking about, I want a new name for what we do. Bookkeeper just does not do it for me.
No.
I never called myself a bookkeeper because I do taxes and stuff. So I always call myself a killer accountant.
Killer
I call myself a problem solver.
Problem solver.
problem solver. What
Because
was the
that's-
one that I was saying earlier? I found somebody that is now calling themselves a money tracker interpreter.
What?
It's a little long. I want one word. Money tracking interpreter. So
That sounds like something to do with drugs to me. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Misha, where is your mind?
Apparently, it is somewhere where it shouldn't be.
Let's see. But really, I mean, bookkeeper doesn't cover it
No.
all, and neither does accountant these days.
Accountant doesn't, because I've been dealing with a lot of non-accounting, more. I don't have anybody in the office.
Sorry about that.
Who's that?
My son just came in, and my little dog let me know.
But see, the thing about it is, I don't just, because the way my philosophy is, I'm more about knowledge and education, and whether it's learning, making sure you're doing your due diligence and knowing and having full disclosure about everything. I do taxes, I do consulting, I help with HR. I was a financial aid counselor back in the day, so I can help with FAFSA and reading admissions files and doing human resources. So it's not just one thing. It's a full package.
Absolutely, absolutely. Linda says trusted financial advisor. I like that.
I sign my letters that way now. My contracts, my proposal. Your trusted financial advisor.
Now,
Yeah,
you have to be
I
careful.
love that.
Wait, you have to be careful with that financial advisor
I know. Maybe I should just say your trusted
designation.
advisor.
Right, because in some states you have to be licensed to call yourself a financial advisor.
Yeah, financial advisors are, I mean, at least in New York State, they sell stocks in 401.
Yeah.
I think in California they're called financial planners.
Yeah.
A CFP,
Yes, that's
certified
correct.
financial planner.
So this brings up the point that most people out on the street do not know the difference between any of what we're saying.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They know what a bookkeeper is.
They don't.
So,
They think
so
they
call
know.
yourself a business coach specializing in.
Yeah, coach is hard too, though, because it's the difference between whether you're coaching or consulting. Because coaching is just saying rah rah rah. Consulting
yeah.
is giving them the advice. But one of the things that I do when I speak once a month at our local college here in a fast track to business class, and part of my talk that I give them is about setting up their accounting function and the importance of it. But the very first thing that I talk to them about is what is the difference between all the different people that they can work with to outsource and to use for either taxes, for bookkeeping, for accounting, and who's out there, and whether they want to hire them in-house. Do you want a bookkeeper? Well, what's a bookkeeper? What's a definition?
Right, no, exactly.
Accountant, because
An accountant kind of covers all of those bases.
Right.
And if you went out and asked anyone that is not like within our group, anyone out on the street, and even small business owners, what does an accountant do? You'll get a different answer
Right.
from every person.
and it's different. It's a different definition for a lot of people. But if you go look at the dictionary for the definition of what accounting is versus bookkeeping, and this is how I teach the class, is that bookkeeping in theory is the methodical entry of the transaction into the accounting system. The accountant is the one that sets up the system and gets it in the process, and then also interprets the financial results and gets all the specific tax adjustments done for the tax return. So there's kind of, theoretically there's two different levels, so that when people are looking for somebody, they have to know what level are they actually getting from that person, regardless of what that person is calling themselves. People are doing taxes that don't really have a tax designation.
But he no idea.
People
And they're
are
not going through that
saying, "I'm an
class.
accountant," but then they don't even have a bachelor's degree in accounting. So there's different levels of, there's people that have associates in accounting, there's people that have bachelors in accounting, and there's people that have CPAs and EAs and and so on and so forth. So
And the regular Joe does not know and has no interest in going somewhere and looking up a definition.
Right.
All they know is they have a need and how can you fill it.
Right, but that all goes about educating your, putting yourself out there so that your ideal client is automatically attracted to you based upon what you offer them.
Right.
And so that's one of the ways that I do that, by going up there and right up front saying, here's all the things that are out there, here are all your choices, I can help you get in touch with any of these type of things that you want, pricing wise. You want to know how much a CPA costs? Here's all the CPA firms I know. You want to know how much a VA costs? Here's all the VAs I work with. And, you know, they in turn decide what's going to be best fit for them. Some people, it might be better to hire an employee, right? I mean, some people, it might be better for them to hire an employee and have somebody in-house versus outsourcing. So they, you know, they need to be able to make that determination. And you're right, the regular Joe isn't going to know all that stuff, but the people that are going to be attracted to you, one of the first conversations I think that any of us should have with a client is what sets you out from everybody else, what do you do and what don't you do, and make sure that that's all clear right from the get.
But that's what the problem is. I don't know how to make that clear. When you're talking third-party apps, there's a variety of things from QBox to T-Sheets to Bill.com, and they do different things. T-Sheets is not really accounting. The only accounting involved in T-Sheets is how many hours are they going to get paid to do payroll.
Mm-hmm.
And it syncs into the payroll. So what's your concern? Your concern is how do you explain to somebody the value of you connecting them?
I guess this is coming from, I went to my hairdresser, and she is a friend of mine, and she sees all the things that I'm doing on Facebook, and you know, all the my videos, the Hangouts, everything. And she said to me, "So what exactly is it that you do?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, bookkeeping." And she said, "Well, yeah, I know you do bookkeeping, but I don't understand what else you're doing. It looks like you teach sometimes. What exactly are you doing?" So that's my challenge.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
I'm looking for a name that kind of, well, it's a brave new world. We're all, you know, we want to be accountants of the future and all of that kind of stuff. I think we need a new name.
But the funny thing is, I don't just help them with accounting. A lot of my clients, I deal with a lot of their personal stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Personal stuff, processes, IT.
Yeah.
I got a job that I'm taking a well-established business that has like 80 employees. They have they're a landscaping business that has teams of employees that goes out, and they have systems that are all, I'll say, handwritten.
Mm-hmm.
They have a 3-ring binder that costs like $400 because it's so big now with all the information. How do you get that into a digital form and get them working more efficiently when they already have processes that have gotten them to where they are successfully today?
Right.
Well, and I think we all, to some degree, also are. And Brandon had mentioned coach. I don't necessarily know if I like the term coach, but I do like the terminology of being a mentor, and in the fact that you're mentoring your clients and walking them through the steps of what to make their business life easier, to make their, you know, like you said, their processes and their efficiencies and stuff like that, to have that more working like a smooth machine, and you're kind of holding their hand along the way and showing them how to do it. You know, a trusted tormentor.
Trusted tormentor.
Well,
There we go.
on my website, I call myself a tax expert / and cloud accounting consultant.
Accounting consultant?
I would say a business consultant. I don't know.
Business and cloud accounting consultant.
See,
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one, but I don't know. I personally don't like the word cloud. I really don't. It bothers me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing that specifically because I'm trying to attract the people that are interested in that. And
no, I understand that. I just intrinsically I have a problem with the word cloud and how they're utilizing the word.
Oh, yeah.
But
Wow.
I have clients that have been with me for a long, long time. They started out 1, 2 people. They've grown. They've gotten successful, and the old handwritten processes that they've done is now becoming so clunky that it's taking all their time, and they're not able to actually do the work that they do. They're getting bogged down in the processes.
So Gina, I have a suggestion for you. This next week, I want you to reach out to 10 of your longest clients and ask them for a 2 to 3 word description of what you do for them.
Okay.
And see what they say.
And I'm sure that I will get 10 different answers.
Exactly, but until you actually hear it from them, you know, that it might trigger you a totally different direction of a word for us to come up with.
Because then you take that 10 and you look and see what they are all saying the same.
Right. Yep.
That narrows it down to that, and
So
then
it's
you
gonna
have
come
a
out to
smaller.
bookkeeper then.
But you say, but these other people might focus on the things that you do better. For example, the one lady I met with today, I did a 4-hour intense training cleanup for this lady who was so happy to see me flying back in from California because she needed my help today. And she just said that she just sat there and watched in amazement while I was cleaning up some stuff really quick. It was one of those, you don't have to know how to learn this part, let me just fix it for you.
And I do that a lot myself too.
And she did that, and she was just like, you are amazing. And at the end, she's like, you are my teacher, or my Yoda. That's what she got. Just like her Yoda. So I guess I'm an accounting yoga. I don't know. But
Okay.
Yoda. But,
Yoda. I love that. I need to start incorporating that into my business.
Accounting Yoda. That's what we need to be. Instead of being trusted advisors in the firm of the future, we're going to be a Yoda.
Yoda.
Yes. QuickBooks you have. Learn it you must.
Learn it you must.
Brandon, I think we're going to end on that tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to start signing all of my Facebook posts with that. QuickBooks you have, learn it you must. And only you guys will get it.
That's funny. I love that. I love that.
Hey, you guys have a great weekend.
Thank you. Everyone have a great weekend. Next week is going to be a regular hangout once again, so I will see everybody. Pardon?
I said, darn it.
The Blab is going to be the Friday after Thanksgiving. And I'm going to ask everybody, I'm going to put some questions up, some questions I'm thinking about. Tell me about your favorite client. You know, tell me what you're thankful for.
Oh, I love that. My favorite client.
Well, there's a reason I'm saying that. I want you to look at your favorite client. What is it you like about that client? How long has that client been your client? Those are the people that you want to attract and bring more of into your business.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
So, all righty, everybody. Have a great week.
Have a
See
good
you next
weekend.
week.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.